Is it like an energy boost or is it like
a little bit of both? It's yeah, I'll give you guys samples. Nah, it like relaxes you but like I don't know how to explain it. Technically, it's psychoactive.
Cheers.
I make this shit.
Cheers.
It's not FDA approved yet, but it's JDA. Josh Dooz approved.
Mm-hmm.
It's fruity. It's got real passion fruit in there.
Josh Dooz approved. It's
like
hilarious. I'm taking
JDA.
That's fucking fire. This shit felt like the Limitless pill.
Welcome to the
Goodstock Show.
Yeah, Mark, hit that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of
the Goodstock Show.
We got 3 very special guests today. My man QUESS in the building. We got my man Jorgii in the building. Jorgii, right?
Jorgii Wonder.
Jorgii Wonder.
Yes, sir.
Jorgii Wonder in the building. And we got a surprise guest, Swank Patrone in the building.
What's good?
Yonkers in the building. Talk to me. How we feeling today? What's going on?
Feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good.
Chilling.
Yeah?
Just did a fashion show.
We lit off.
You just did a fashion show?
Yeah. My boy definitely, he designed for the fashion show.
No way.
As well.
Ended up. I got you.
You design fashion?
Yeah, like most of the clothes I'm wearing, I
This is a
design.
sweater.
No way.
And the shades too, like
Bad company.
this is
You
this
made
is
those
my
shades?
friend's brand. You know?
Wait, how do you make the
Shout out
shades? Like, how the fuck
Shout out
does how do you make it? How do you make?
So like manufacturing or like handmade work, I usually make it in my crib. You know, like just getting supplies from like art stores and seeing a vision. Usually it starts with like an idea. Like I always try to like see what it would be like in reality. You know what I'm saying? And try to bring it to life, whatever it is.
Me and you are a little similar. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'm a similar way. I just, people are scared to like just do it. You gotta just do it.
That's what my
just,
brand represents. Like
just fucking make it happen.
Right.
It's that rebel energy. Like you gotta like just fucking do what you want to do. Don't give a fuck.
You got
You know what I'm
ADD or ADHD?
Nah. I have this passion like of just living like and seeing myself live. Like, you know, I just want to look back at my life and can say like I lived, you know, or people tell me that, yo, that guy lived. You know?
Hell yeah.
Shit like that just, you know, from the movies I watch, from, you know, the artists that I'm inspired, like, you know, I try to like resemble that resilience to live that and be an example of it, you know.
That's beautiful.
Shit hard out there, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you might as well express yourself. Be yourself. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
What's the company called?
Bad Company.
Bad
NYC.
Company.
Not the good one.
Yeah.
Alright.
He knows.
And you guys are all artists supporting artists, yo. That's dope. That's dope. Bad Company.
Yeah, Bad Company NYC.
What's the meaning behind that?
It means like basically being aware of the company you keep and, you know, like just like how God was around the thieves, the sinners, like you can't judge. So you might as well live with a free spirit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know, it's based off the Bible and, you know, at the end of the day, we are a branch from God. So it's like we come from God. So without God, if we don't, you know, have him in our dreams, how we gonna make it? You know what I'm saying? So that's when really the shit started to fall through for me. Like when I started to incorporate God way more. It was in the message. It was in the start of the brand. It was part of the idea. But then once I started to really incorporate it in my designs and, you know, my expression and what it stands for, it really started to...
You're connected, man. That's dope.
Yeah, it really started to show, so...
You guys all grew up together?
Nah.
Nah.
I wouldn't say that, but
we kind of grown together. I feel like it feels like we've known each other for a while now, bro.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. We've been performing for a year together. That's
you guys
something
met as artists.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've known QUESS for like 12 years.
Yeah, I know him. So I was
How old are you guys? Let me ask.
26.
26?
27.
27.
You guys didn't grow up together?
Nah, we just
not
connected off the
necessarily.
rip.
Damn.
The minute we
dope.
met.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I seen my guy Swank when one of his like first performances, and
Facts.
I told him that night, I was like, yo, like you're the one, like for real, like you know what I mean.
Nah, that's facts. I
And
remember that night.
I seen him do his thing, like going place to place, like Brooklyn, Queens, for like a whole year, like out there by himself and shit.
Facts.
You know, and like really laying down the groundwork. And you know, I was just inspired by that, and I told him then, and then the year after that, that's when, like you know, we just started going crazy in these
Together.
events, like you know what I mean.
One thing I give you guys, I don't know you that well at all, but everything he just said is what I'm about to say. You guys are outside. Like,
Yes, sir.
you go
all the time.
You go do the open mics, you do the shows, you go to Brooklyn, you
Right.
come to Stockroom.
Right.
Facts.
Like, you know, you put yourself out there
Right.
in the position, like you don't know these people and you're just performing.
Yeah.
That's the difference of how people are gonna make it and not. You know, you could sit behind and make content all day and just record,
Right.
which is also part of the game. But like,
You got to connect with the people.
that's what I'm saying. You guys are outside in the community.
100%.
Facts.
And
facts.
eventually, like you know, you'll run into enough people, and
that are like-minded, like you.
this
Yeah.
turns into that.
Yeah, so tell me about, we'll start with Quest. Tell me about your first experience here with Goodstock, the Goodstock open mic. How did that go?
Yeah, that was a great experience. I pulled up, expected it just to be like a regular open mic type shit, you know, just perform one song and we out. And then I realized it was a 3-round session, you know, with spitters in there. So I had to switch it up a little bit and, you know, spit something.
Yeah, you came like, I remember that. You came like 40 minutes late.
Yeah.
And then and we were like, all right, that's the end of the first round. And Quest was like, nah, yo, I still got to go. I'm still up.
On some
Yeah,
8 mile
yeah,
shit, bro.
And
My boy.
then this motherfucker
Oh,
made it to the
man.
finals. Like,
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
he is.
and everyone was
I'm
like,
nice.
who the fuck is this guy, yo? That's why I was calling you a villain. Because like, you just
Yeah.
came in.
Destroying shit.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what we
Quest,
do,
bro.
you know?
And
Legendary.
then Jorgii won the
Quest
crowd
100%.
over. Jorgii
OD.
brought that charismatic, authentic energy.
Facts.
I tell him that every time.
I give a shout out to y'all because y'all definitely put a beautiful event together.
Thank you,
You know
thank
what I
you.
mean?
That's
Good
all of
style,
us.
good
That's
style.
real
Intimate
mark of
setting.
us.
You know what I mean? It was a lot of fun, and thank you for the compliment.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna keep working, and I'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I'll see
Yeah, I
you
can
guys.
tell you were pissed. You were pissed at the results and shit.
Nah,
That's-
I
yo, that's
wouldn't
good.
say-
That's like,
yeah,
I should be.
Yeah.
You should be. You should be.
I
That
would
should
I would
be
say
hitting.
pissed, but like you know what I'm saying? Like it. I guess it's the chip on my shoulder in a sense. Like you know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
As
You-
all artists should have.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand that.
yo, down the line, explain your names, your artist names, just the quick meaning behind it. Swank, Patrone.
It's a little like short story. So like Swank, you know, that name and how that started was like that word kind of like gravitated towards me. I started seeing that shit everywhere on some like, you know, 777 type shit. Like I started seeing that, hearing it, seeing it. I was watching like anime from like Batman, and Batman was describing one of the villains' crib like as a swanked out crib and shit. And it was something that I feel myself living in if I was in the future, like on some real shit, like feel me, on some cyberpunk villain shit. So like I just started using that shit. And one of my favorite artists, Joey Badass, shout out to him, you know, he kind of like inspired me to run with it. He has a song called Hillary Swank, one of my favorite songs ever, bar for bar. Like I know that shit. And that shit just like was one of my favorite songs. And Patrone is just my last name. I just kind of threw that
shit.
together.
Hey.
So that's really like, you know, my real name. So when people hear that, they're like, oh, that's just like a Instagram name at like, you know, and it's really nice. Like, yo, it's my real name. I just put it in my artist name to, you know, market myself.
That's fire.
Yeah, so that's
Hey.
how that came about.
Jorgii?
Jorgii Wonder is my first stage name that I came up with 10 years ago. I mean, recently I've been going by like Jorgii No, and Jorgii Wonder to Jorgii No was the evolution of like, you know, my character. Like, you know what I mean?
Ah,
Um,
a boy just wondering without the answers, and now you're a wise 27-year-old man.
Wow.
Who knows?
But now going back to Jorgii Wonder,
I love the expression.
it's a new start and a second chance to get it right. Like, you know what I mean? In a sense. Yeah.
That's dope.
fire.
That's dope. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even
that's
know
cool
that.
as
That's
hell,
dope.
man.
All right, thank you.
Quest?
They call me Quest because I feel like I've always been on a journey, on a mission, you know? I was born on this path, so it's the Quest.
Without the T,
Wow.
though.
Without
Quest.
the T, yeah.
That's
What's
fire.
that about? What's that?
I just had to switch it up. I had to switch it up on them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I feel me?
That's fire.
That's fire. Nah, you got it. You guys got it. Speaking of got it, you guys got anything for us tonight that you want to lay down? You want to show the people?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, let's hit that.
Hey. Turn that shit up. Hey. Look. Yeah, real talk, yeah, real talk. I just wanna watch because time heals out. I just cut the vibes if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real talk, yeah, real talk. I just bought a piece every time I feel lost. I just bought a vibe if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real talk, young godly, niggas can't stop me. Looking at the cash, put the past right behind me. Half split oxy, walk like a zombie. Shorty getting messy with a bestie in the lobby. I make time, gotta make time. Cause they both think alike. It's something about grapevines. If you wine drunk, no pics, something about grapevines. You been dying to show me something on FaceTime, yeah. Baseline, baseline, baseline. And when I stop, make it lower than the baseline. And when I stay, then she went right back to a baseline. All fine, back to the pack on my dog times. Yeah, you wasn't there for the hard times. Back when I was poor times, I couldn't afford times. Yeah, so don't just call when it's 4 times. Money coming 4 times, gotta thank the Lord. Real talk, yeah, real talk. I just bought a watch because time heals out. I just cut the vibes if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real talk, yeah, real talk. God but Jesus peace every time I feel crossed. I just cut the vibes if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real talk.
You boys is funny like these is a mirror compared to my. You boys not even as thorough. No Enrique, no cape, I can't BB or hero, baby. Every time I get a song, I get to leave in the world. This is no cap like it might be a baby. Please, you're a baby. They hear me and be like, nah. The world ain't here, it's fornicating, babes. I'm married to the game. But you look at him and it's only piggy rain. Rock back and forth with niggas, there's nothing to gain. Can I see big picture, but one fit into the. I don't gotta say much, man, niggas know the. I don't got no rush, but you're never on my. Put you back in place if you step in the hood. For you niggas, boy, you really tried. Have run it back, you told me I said lie, real talk.
Real talk, I just bought a watch because time heals out. I just cut the vibes if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real talk, yeah, real talk. God of Jesus peace every time I feel crossed. I just cut the vibes if it ever feel off. Cause if we ain't got the trust, what we gotta build off. Real
Let's
talk.
go.
What?
Yeah.
Cheat.
Yeah.
My boy killed that shit.
Yeah. With the ad-libs, Swank Patrone on us.
Just came in last minute, bro.
I live king.
Yo, that was fire.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I want to hear more shit like with you guys together like that. That was dope.
Yeah.
Now we
Appreciate
definitely
you.
working on some shits.
Yeah?
Working on some shits right now.
It's crazy because as much as we perform, you would think we would have like 5 songs together, but we working. Trust me.
Man, we working on it.
We
What you guys working on? The 3 of you? Or
Yeah.
3 of us, 2 of us, like it's
it's
we
just
got a
all
lot
in the
of
mix?
songs.
Yeah, we all-
facts.
You guys like, you're not like a specific, like a group. You're just fucking dope artists that fuck with each other.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
just homies.
And support
Yeah.
each other
It's really-
and help
yeah.
each other out.
Facts to the
100%.
max.
But it's
Backs to the max.
I didn't even mean it like that. That's funny.
Facts to the max,
As a matter of
man.
fact, that's the name of our group right now. Facts
So
to the
freaking
max.
notice.
Backs to the max.
You know what I'm saying?
3-headed monsters.
Yeah.
3-headed monsters. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that.
That was just an idea. Like, ironically, you know, we do have a song in the works. It all started with a collab with QUESS. Kind of showed me like an open, and I really told him like this beat, bro, like I need this on my catalog. Like just straight up told him that. Gave him a verse, wrote that shit in his face. Then he was like, we gotta record. I was like, bet. So took it to the studio. In that session, even freestyled on top of it. Like we was having fun. My studio in the Bronx, on KB. Shout out Microwave.
Shout out
The
Microwave.
Kitchen.
What's it called? The Kitchen?
Yeah, it's called The Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Microwave Team 90.
I did not know that, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Now
because
his name is like 10
his
times
name is
harder.
Microwave, so, you know, him being my
in the kitchen, it
producer,
only makes sense.
that's the studio name.
Yeah,
So
let me
we
ask
really
you-
be cooking. We
Let
really
me
be
ask
cooking.
you guys something. What's your like process? I've never been in the studio with any of you guys. Usually the people we're interviewing, I've been in the studio and worked with you guys.
Quest, you want to start that
So
off?
like, yeah, what's your process? Like, do you write in onto the beat like in the studio?
Yeah. Usually, sometimes I'll write it at
Or do you-
home or I'll write it at the studio, whatever the vibe is at the moment, you know?
Yeah, it usually mixes. So like sometimes we do have writtens as artists. Like, you know, when are you not writing when you're thinking about
Facts.
music? You know, so
Max.
it just sometimes for me, in my opinion, those moments that like really make music for me is the sessions that like, you know, you fucking freestyling right then and there. You
So you
making
like to
that shit on
freestyle
that
and
fly.
Yeah.
I like to freestyle type shit in a way where it's like, you know, we're making a project, you know, how can we make this song the best to the potential that it is? You feel me? Just like, you know, how Kanye and all the great artists out there that, you know, really like sit there and think about the song and what is gonna like come after. You know what I'm saying? Like I like doing shit like that as well. You know, on top of the freestyling, because it's just like bars on bars, like, yo, imagine this, you know what I'm
So you're
saying?
kind of vibe based. Like
We
you're
vibe.
picking up the vibe.
Sure.
It'd
It'd
the
be
vibe
like
of
a
the
little, you know, a little after party vibe, you know what I'm saying, in the
We bring the
sessions.
vibe.
And sometimes it's
Bring
like
the vibe. Fuck
fucking
yeah.
homework
Yeah,
and
that's a fact.
fucking focus.
Yo, every show that you guys have come to, like the crew you bring with you, it's lit. It's lit.
Always. Always.
Like,
So we
that's
did it
what we
turn
do.
up.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
always
that's
always there to have a good time.
always there to have a good time.
Because then,
that's what it's
what
about.
people don't understand, like they're feeding off of you, you're feeding off of them.
Right.
Then the crowd is feeding off of that.
Yeah.
Then like everybody else in the mix is it all is like a
Now we all
feed
one
off
group.
each other.
Yeah,
We all
Yeah.
is word.
It's love in
Fire.
the air.
100%.
The best way to describe it. Makes one of those
Goodstock,
best
Goodstock.
moments, you know, memories.
It resonates, you know?
Jorgii, what do you? I notice your music in particular is super like you got some deep shit. Like
Thank you.
you write about some like emotional, a little vulnerable stuff sometimes, and that's a true artist. That's like that takes true artistry.
Facts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So it's not a question. It's just I just observed that.
It's
No,
a
I
fact.
I mean,
Just
It is
an
a
observation.
fact, my boy.
yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
appreciate that because that's how my shit is too. I write about like
Yeah.
vulnerable shit, and you know, as men,
No,
like-
I could tell when I hear your music, I feel that shit.
yeah,
You know, because like, as I said, like it resonates. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
shout out to your music as well. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Swank, I never heard your shit. I gotta listen to you. I just met you today, but I gotta
you-
My
listen.
shit is like a
You-
party, like
You've never
Yeah.
heard of Swank
fucking-
Patrone?
No.
What?
I gotta
crazy.
fucking hear it.
That's
it's all
crazy.
types. We could play some.
Yeah,
I'd rather show you some new shit, some old shit. Like I have a lot of different shit out there, bro.
hell yeah.
You're gonna
Definitely
enjoy it.
listen to that. QUESS, I know you just smooth with it. Got the
Right.
people fucking moving.
The lyricist.
Sure.
Yeah, and like so smooth with the delivery, bro.
Yes.
What's up next for you guys? Do you guys have like any strategy on, you know, making content and then like a release strategy and then pitching to bloggers, playlisters? Like, what's the move? What are you doing?
I feel, you know, branding and marketing is all part of that. So it's like, you know, what you want to do and how you want to like, you know, express that, like, and that idea, like, what does it entail? You know, it starts there. So once you get
Tell
to
a
that
story.
point, yeah. So like with us and our new track, you know, we want to drop visuals. Feel like, you know, visuals really matter in today's times. You know, that's what kind of really makes a moment. You know, like an era could pass you, but if you ain't have like, you know, documentation of it, like you won't, you know, see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just pass you by, and
Right.
no documentation of it. It's just like that's why it's so important to, you know, document these times that we're in now. It's very creative. As
100%.
you know, as to date. It's like all eras now is mixed within today's times instead of just slowly like one era at a time. That's what I'm noticing.
Visuals give like new life to a song. As well,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's the plan. Like what else? What else you guys do?
Well, on my behalf, I would say I'm not going to give away the sauce. You know what I mean? But
Facts.
I am working, and, you know, it's straight execution this year. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Straight execution. Just following through and executing.
Yeah, I was on the same type of time. I don't want to give up too much sauce, but you know, we network, we collaborating with a lot of different artists. There's a lot of
That's
different
one.
shit, a lot of surprises that's gonna come out this year.
A lot of surprises.
I'm not gonna expect.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Like,
Word.
I would say just expect the unexpected. You know what I
Word,
mean?
for sure.
Fucking go.
Like, you
Yeah.
think we'll go this way, we going that way.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Showtime, fellas.
We might spin the
Damn.
block
And guess what?
and
We
then
gonna
go the other
have
way.
we gonna have documentation of it because
the whole time.
it all starts there.
Yeah. No, you guys have the formula. You guys have the ingredients, the formula, individually and collectively. Like, you got your fashion brand. You know, you got a brand. You got your merch. You got your brand. You got your energy and charisma and yourself. And like, that's what people want to relate to too, because it's more than just the music, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's a whole lifestyle.
yeah, you're selling yourself.
for sure.
Yeah.
And you got to put yourself out there and
Absolutely.
doing these interviews, rapping on people's shit, going to the open mics, going outside, doing the shows.
Yeah,
Right.
people got to see your face. You
Yo,
gotta
by
show
the
you,
way,
feel me?
you heard it here. I got them as a witness, the camera.
Mm.
I want you guys on the next show that I have.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anytime,
I'm
we with
down.
it.
Yeah,
We
like-
we there.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
No, it'd be an honor. For real.
Like a
Facts.
Yonkers kind of
Yeah.
artist showcase kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just a show.
Could do that. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah. So talk to me about some struggles that you face as a musician or as a human being. Get real with me for a second.
Writer's block.
Writer's block.
Writer's block. Yeah,
Like
All three.
I used to
sure.
I used to write songs every fucking day. I used to write a song every fucking day. But that was back in like 2017. I'm not to say that I don't have the same drive that I used to, you know what I'm saying? But I just take a lot more time with my music, you know what I mean? And it just writer's block. It just hasn't been coming to me.
Do you think writer's block is like, do you guys think writer's block is like just maybe you're lacking some inspiration like in your regular life or something? Like that's not getting you to,
Yes.
I think
Write
that's
that
what it
shit
is.
out.
Sometimes you
I
gotta put the
believe.
pen down and go outside.
Yeah,
and
you gotta-
explore.
yeah.
that's the cure to
Absolutely.
writer's block is
Yes.
to step away from the pen.
Yeah, you can't stress out too
Exactly.
much. Like,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's facts.
And,
When
not and that's what it is. I don't stress it too much. Like, you know what I mean?
And to piggyback what Quest was saying, you gotta like have experiences. Like when you just put the pen down, you can't just go to autopilot, go to your job and just like
Yeah, work.
not,
Sure.
you know
You
what I'm
gotta go out in
saying?
nature a little bit.
Go out and explore, do something
Take some
different.
shrooms or something,
Right,
man.
Do
Yeah.
something different for
Yeah.
a change.
Spice it up.
yeah,
Change your diet, like whatever the fuck it is. Like
100%.
you know what I mean? Like have something different for a change. Change your day-to-day life.
You know how I cured my
Inspire
writer's block?
yourself.
I switched shit up. I stopped drinking alcohol.
That's
Like,
like
so I just noticed I wasn't like, I used to think
coherent.
that alcohol was like the formula for me to come up with my best shit.
Okay.
I would never be in the studio without like a couple beers or like something.
That'd be the problem nowadays.
And then I noticed, then I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm not like,
not getting shit
I'm
done.
not making good shit. I'm not
you're in zombie mode.
sounding the best. Like,
Right.
yo, I stopped drinking and I've been on a fucking tear writing shit. So I'm not saying to stop drinking. I'm just saying you're right with the change your diet.
You're gonna
change
have to
something up.
focus up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
absolutely.
Sometimes
You can't be doing
I
the
was
same
telling-
shit, expecting different
Yeah,
results.
that's
Yeah.
insanity.
Yeah.
Expecting the same results, doing the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
bingo. I was telling my youngin, like, it's all a placebo. Like, whatever the fuck you decide to fucking do, it's still gonna be there. It's not gonna change who you are. It's still coming from you, your art, you know, so you might as well make how you want your art to be and, find a different process, experiment, because then you're putting your eggs all in one basket, and then you're leaning on, unhealthy shit like drugs or like
Right.
fucking alcohol and shit. And then it's leading to other shit. you're acting out of character. You know, instead of focusing and leaving with something in the studio or, you know, making what you want to make.
Yeah, yo, you got to take this shit seriously and treat it like a job.
Yeah,
and then
like a
treat
job,
each song
sure.
like a product. Like,
Right.
The celebration comes afterwards.
that's facts. I like the attitude, bro. I like this
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
It's a lot. You guys are fucking inspiring me to lock in more too.
Yeah,
Like,
we
Can't be
locked in
celebrated
100%.
failure, bro.
yo, it's lock in season. Let's go.
It's
No,
locked
let's get
in,
this
bro.
shit.
2025,
All of
bro.
us, like, let's get this shit.
Anybody can make it. Anybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's up for
Nowadays,
grabs.
everybody's going viral.
Yeah.
It's up for grabs.
I'm saying there's no rules to
Everybody.
this shit either. Like, you just
Not at
gotta figure out what works for you.
There's no one way to
Exactly.
make it, you know?
There's no one
Hell
way.
yeah.
And when something doesn't work, I don't mean just stop and dwell on it. You got to keep trying. Having that resilience, keep pushing forward, because you're 10 times more smarter than you think. You know, you're 5 times more beautiful than you think. It's like it's all in your head. You know what I mean? And
Shit,
you
this
just
is
gotta
good company. This ain't bad
Goodstock,
company, bro. You
Goodstock.
guys are good vibes.
Hey,
Wait,
man.
why bad company though? Like you said it before, but like everything about you is positive and like good
I
vibes.
appreciate that. I'm
so
glad
what's
you
the
asked.
what's the wordplay on the bad company?
So it's basically like a oxymoron, like, you know, going back to the Bible, like how Jesus was around sinners. You know what I mean? Like, even Jesus, they judged Jesus, bro. You saw they crucified him. The fact that you can let somebody else's words bother you to stop you from your dreams. If I let those words stop me, I would have never met QUESS and Jorgii way early on. And he would have never saw me doing what the fuck I was doing. And that's why I thank God, because it's like those are the moments where I like read through scripture, read in between the lines, where it's like, yo, God is blessing me right now reading this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even right now in this moment, like, if I didn't
100%.
even meet QUESS, bro, I wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's 100, bro. And I always keep it 100. And, you know, I'd rather you chase your dreams and, you know, let people, you know, other people's words get to them and not do what they want to do. Fuck that.
That's
do what the
beautiful,
fuck
man.
you want
That's
to do.
mad inspiring. Hell yeah. Yeah, that actually leads me to my next question.
What's up?
You guys, like, are you guys spiritual? Like, and I think you answered it for sure.
I'm a follower of Christ, you know.
Yeah.
That's
You guys
my
like
Lord and
religious,
Savior.
spiritual? Like, you got any like self pump up shit that you guys do, or like what? How do you?
Affirmations, yes.
What gets you guys going to like lock in, get out of that writer's block, get out of the funk?
Affirmations, repetition, meeting up with my guys. I swear, like the recent collaboration we did, like it inspired me to make more shit on my own in solitude. And, you know, it brings me back to like my next point where I'm like, I could be chilling by myself, but then the minute I'm chilling with my guys, it still adds on to like my moment in my career. You know what I'm saying? It's always like pushing, progressing. That's where I know I'm in the right place.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
100%.
It always comes back to that.
Jorgii, how do you get out of a funk or like get yourself back on the right path?
I just I just get back to work, get back in routine, you know, waking up early, going to the gym, working on a song, taking notes on anything that I take interest in, you know, whether it be like music marketing or like, you know, spiritual stuff, or like, you know, just doing my own research and taking some time to reflect, I guess.
That's mad intellectual of you.
Facts.
Hell yeah. QUESS?
Very studious.
I mean, it's hard, but I just don't stop. Like I feel like you said, it's like a job,
Yeah.
and the job don't care if you happy or sad or
Yup.
hungry or
That's a
tired.
fact,
So you
yeah.
got to keep going.
Facts.
You got to keep working.
That's
through
some
all
grown
that
man
shit.
shit right
It's some
there.
grown,
100%.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. You got to get up and keep going.
Like we
That's
we
it.
really rub off, like, pause, but like we rub off on each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to say that.
Nah, I'm picking up
Iron
what you're putting
sharpens
down.
iron for
Yeah.
real, bro. Because
Yeah.
like
For
him
sure,
having
for
that
sure.
mentality, you know, him having that mentality, my mentality, like we're all very different.
Nah, I fuck with you
And
guys.
$100%.
it just mixes well, bro, because we end up having a good time most of the time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
End
what
up
about,
creating
you
it.
guys got any questions for them or anything? Hell yeah. What's your take on independent versus label? Would you guys get, if a label came up to you and was like, yo, here's some motherfucking bread, but you lose a little creative, artistic freedom, what would you do?
I
I
can't
don't know
take
if I can
it.
take that. I don't know if I can't. I can't
Yeah.
take that.
Ain't no,
What about $1 million? They're like, here's $1 million.
Ain't no
It's
compromise.
still not enough.
Ain't no compromise.
Damn.
You crazy?
Guys,
That's
you
not
guys
even the number I want to
Standing
hear.
on your business, shit.
$1 million?
It's like, even if so, bro, you can't sign away your rights.
That shit is priceless.
That shit is like your
You know what I'm
legacy.
saying?
So it's like artists, we're more, knowledgeable now. So we're not trying to sign if it don't make sense.
We
Alright,
legit
I
don't
wouldn't say-
need them.
I wouldn't say
Yeah, you
like
just do it all
people don't
yourself.
have good deals out there. Because I know people out there that they sign in certain deals where they're actually winning.
I
and
say-
they're taking
yeah,
more out of the
absolutely.
deal than the deal.
I got a would you rather question.
Industry.
Would you rather have a label offer you $1 million, put you on like governor's ball, like some crazy festival, put you on all the shit, you pop off for a year, you get $1 million, then it's kind of up to you and the industry too. Or as an independent artist, a 10-year slow grind, but in 10 years
slow.
you're gonna make it.
10 year slow grind. 100%.
Shit, I'll take the fucking deal.
Fuck it.
I'll take it. They always gonna go independent. I'll take
Fuck
it,
it.
and we'll see what happens. You know,
Yeah,
I'll be
fuck it.
like,
The only reason why, I'm going to tell you why though.
You are finally man.
I'm going to tell you why.
It's never too late.
I feel like once you
shit.
take that deal and whether or not the shit goes good or bad, them niggas is going to give you the cold shoulder.
I mean, as you said,
Cause look. Once you get in this game, bro, you get in this game as hot as you go out. That's what I look at. You know what I'm saying? That what makes niggas stay.
but I mean, as
You know what I'm saying?
as you said, it's up to you though to make it work. No, like
Right.
Yeah.
They give you the platform, blow you up for like a year.
I can make it work.
yeah, I'd rather
that
just try.
boost.
I'd rather try
That
and make
boost.
it work.
I could
Because
definitely
if
make it work.
anything, I
But
could
you
just go
sell
back
your
to
soul a
being
little bit for a
independent.
year.
Well, what you mean by
Nah, like you they own you for like a year. They're guiding you creatively for a year.
Shit different.
It's an interesting question.
How
I mean,
how
I just
much,
wouldn't
you
let
know?
myself get into like a situation like that.
You don't
Like,
know.
You know?
You
But
don't
when
know what
someone
that year
offers you
looks
$1 million,
like. You don't
that shit will have you questioning everything. You'll be good, bro, for a while. Nah, but it's kind of like a hypothetical-ish.
Even if it was $1 million, I think the number is like 10 mil. Because then that's gonna make a nigga think twice. 20 mil, 30 mil, 40 mil, whatever, 100 mil. You know what I'm saying?
Labels are kind of useless now.
Nowadays.
Ish.
They just got they just got the connection.
They just have the
They got the
platform.
major platform, yeah.
They just have a platform.
Listen, I've been
Yeah,
grinding,
but you know
bro.
who else has major platforms is big bloggers and playlist curators and social media influencers.
That's what
like,
niggas signed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kai is more powerful
Yeah.
than any.
Constant.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
real shit.
And that's a crazy thing to say. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's the truth.
No,
though.
because I watched Kyle like way back then. You know what I'm saying? So to see like
Way back.
how big it got.
Shout out Kai.
It's crazy.
Yo, let's do a stream with Kai next. You know what I'm saying?
Kai, you heard it. Yo, if music wasn't an option, what would you do?
I don't know how to answer that because I feel like if I was deaf, I'd still try to pursue music.
Let's fucking go. That's the right.
Real
That's
no,
a good
like real
answer.
shit. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I don't see it like any other way.
like music
There
lately
is
been
no
in my
other
head,
option,
bro.
I'm gonna
Like,
make it or die trying. Literally, that's it.
That's
I
I'ma keep
love
going.
art. I love
100%.
art, but we are art, you know, and that's how art is created. Like it was an idea, and music was an idea. You know what I'm saying?
We just can't, as an artist, we can't help it. It's like a blessing and a curse. It's not really a curse though, because like this is just what we do, and we have to express ourselves and make the art out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not even for the fame and like for the money. Like that shit's gonna come as a byproduct
100%.
Rick
of
Rubin
you
said
staying
it best.
authentic to yourself.
You gotta fucking do it for yourself first. The audience comes later.
Mhm.
Rick Rubin. Just listen to Rick Rubin podcast on the way here.
Yo, bro.
And I'm
I love
reading
that
his book.
Yes.
Creative Act.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Rick
I love
Rubin's
that
my
book. I love
like
that.
that's a guy that it's one of my inspirations.
He gets it.
Yeah, he's a genius.
It is a part of it. It's most likely like the direction of it. That's how you get to your fans nowadays. Like we always find like new shit through like our distro services and shit. So like promo cards that like, are, professional for artists to use. We tend to use those more than, you know, like say for instance, you're using Apple or your regular Spotify link and stuff like that. So it's like they have complete, you know, better resources. They have the full machine. You know, it's us with, you know, the resources that are provided and, you know, and the things that we create outside that box. That's kind of what, you know, gravitates towards those audiences and those fans that we're trying to reach.
Oh yeah. Yo, I'm gonna ask you guys 3 different questions down the line. QUESS. What let me start with Swank.
What's up?
Because I forgot what I was gonna ask you. Swank, what's the wildest studio session story that you got?
Like in terms of what, like with I came out with it, or what was going on in the session, or like
yeah, like some crazy shit that happened, or like maybe you were with a celebrity, or maybe some weird shit happened in the studio. I don't know.
Okay, I think craziest session I had. Actually, the craziest session I had was with Micro. When we first started, I had like gotten paid. I was working at like MSG at the time, and I don't know, something in my spirit was just telling me like to just go all in this session. And when I tell you, bro, like I bought a bottle of Dooz, and I had shrooms. I had taken shrooms like the week before, and I had some of that shit left. When I took that shit, I went to the session with that shit. I drank. I didn't even write anything. I didn't write anything. I banged out fucking like 5 songs in that session. And when I tell you, bro,
You're in a flow state.
I was in the flow state, but I was writing music that was coming from my heart and mind, that it was just like the shit that was in my head. Like I couldn't like not get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was literally laying these tracks down, like punching in, like, you know what I'm saying? No, not even my phone. I was writing shit on my phone so I wouldn't forget. That was the only reason I was using my phone. So it was just like I was just on some limitless
God mode.
shit.
Yeah, shit, you were a conduit, and things were just coming
basically
through.
that's the craziest session I had.
Hell yeah, that's a great.
Other
story.
than that, there was one session I tried lean, and I was just like, the way I heard myself versus what I did wasn't what I said. It sounded like that shit was bad. I was like, yo, bro, never doing lean at a session, bro.
That's funny.
Shit is bad, bro.
That's dope stories. Jorgii,
Yo,
if there was an artist, a young buck trying to make it, you know, you see him or her trying to like do something similar to what you guys are doing, what would be the biggest advice and insight you would share with them?
I know you're probably like expecting like some profound
I
thesis
don't
or
need
something.
that. Whatever you got.
Do the work. Do the work in every aspect. No excuses. Do the fucking work.
That's a great answer.
Go to fucking work.
Go fucking work.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Know
yeah.
what you want to do, my nigga.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. All right.
But that. Do the work entails everything from the inner work, outer work. You know what I mean? So that's
Yes.
do the work is everything.
Do the work.
You know,
That's great.
lock in.
QUESS, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you were growing up? As a grown up.
Probably like a pro wrestler or something,
That's
like astronaut or something
fire.
crazy.
Like
like that,
WWE?
you know? Yeah, where
Facts.
something like that.
Yo,
But then I quickly realized like I ain't got the body type to be no pro wrestler, so I'm feel me.
he does a pretty
So-
good promo though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Him too.
We did one for a versus battle. Let's just
What do you
say
mean?
that was the first time we actually collaborated.
Yo,
The first
word.
versus battle.
We do, yeah, we
Yo,
always do
bro,
like
shout
What's
out
that?
Queens. We
Shout
was in
out-
Queens
shout out
doing a
DJ Ace.
versus. It was us.
So there was this all right, so the story goes, right? There was this DJ from Brooklyn, DJ Ace. Shout out DJ Ace.
Shout out DJ Ace.
We could run it back anytime we want to.
Facts.
What you would call it? He had a showcase in Brooklyn, right? And we went over there, and it was just
His artist versus us.
Nah, the first time it wasn't. It was just each artist performing, but it wasn't really seen as a versus. But what I will say is we didn't have Papa Beats. Shout out DJ Papa Beats. You know what I'm saying?
I am Papa Beats. Shout out DJ.
GOAT,
I am
you know what I'm
Papa
saying?
Beats.
But
fucking go.
we didn't have him. We didn't have our DJ there. You know what I'm saying? That time. So we kind of got done dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they was trying to set us up for failure.
Yeah. Like they would like delay our track, and then when one of his artists
They were
got on,
sabotaging you.
when one of his artists got on,
All the horns, lights, camera, action.
Yo, that shit makes a difference.
The fucking favoritism was crazy, bro.
Ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
So we had to call backup.
No.
We had to call for backup.
Wait, hold on. He got out the DJ booth one time and started rapping with Boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
we was like offended.
Like shit was crazy.
We felt the favoritism. I was like,
blatant.
damn.
It was very blatant. You know, so that like in November he was like, yo, come through, my artist versus y'all artist. And you know, we went to that event and how you want to put it?
Nigga, I don't even like verses, but we took this shit like it was a WWE championship, bro.
Absolutely.
When we fucking went there, bro, we came there. It was all of Yonkers, including my DJ. Shout out, I am Papa Beats, DJ. I am Papa Beats. SYO Records. You already know. If it wasn't for him setting up, bro, he wouldn't have made us look as clean. Because the transitions was blatant, bro. It was like he was not giving us the flair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's cool, it's
shit's
cool.
important.
We trying to do an event. We trying to do an event. And then I'm like, all right, best. So we gonna have our DJ and he gonna do his thing with us.
What I will say at the end of the night is he had to hold that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shout out DJ Ace. He had to hold that one.
That was one of the craziest performances. That was like all of
that was
Yonkers and Queens.
You know what's funny?
That's dope.
Nah. I'm gonna be 100, right? He hyped it up to be this like crazy event mad people were gonna be at. And this will conclude in a very good way. But there wasn't that many people there, right? There was like I say 10, 15 of his people, right? And like 10 to 15 of us. You know what I mean? Like 10 people left from their side after like 3 of our performances, right? Like they would perform and they left. So why I say that is because we were 10 deep with the energy of 300 people.
Yeah.
No funny shit.
And we stayed 10 deep.
You know?
That was the best part. Like we all left
Some
as
David
a
versus
group.
Goliath shit right there.
Pretty much, yeah.
And once it was undeniable, bro,
That's
we left
fire.
the chip. Nigga, I left with my shirt ripped. I didn't even have a
Oh,
shirt.
you guys were lit.
We fucking
It was a
went
good time.
crazy,
It was
bro.
a good time. It was a good time. And it's just
That goes to show, like, don't try us with the verses. I don't even like versus battles.
What's
You know
that?
what I'm
Just
saying?
going against each other? Like,
Yeah.
I guess like
a battle?
performance for performance. Like,
Yeah.
you know
Like
what
kind
I'm
of what we do at the
Exactly.
Yeah. But he had his group,
I mean,
and we
It's
had
different, though. It's
But it was
different.
like crew versus crew.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
yeah.
And then him
More
being
so.
a host, so it's like the favoritism is like, yo, bro, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
don't really
So-
have, like, we just throw people in the gauntlet.
Yeah,
kinda, and then-
that's different. Like,
and then
fend
they
for
just-
yourself.
The judges we have, like, they just,
You know what I'm saying? That's
Whatever
different.
No, that's a fact.
yeah, whatever
The
they.
variables are there.
That's a fact. Yo, I have to. Who was the last, like, second to last rapper in the first open mic competition?
In the one at Yonkers Brewery,
No, in here,
second to last.
second to last, and
Who made it to? Did he make it to any
no,
rounds?
it was like the first round. It was like the first round.
White guy?
Nah, it wasn't Gemini Gabe, but it was.
Was he white?
What he look like?
White guy, long hair, and
White guy, long hair. Oh, was he a singer?
nah, he wasn't. Nah. Shout out, what's
Carrie
his-
Red.
Shout out Carrie Red. I fucking Carrie Red. Shout out Carrie Red.
White guy, long hair.
I'm
He
gonna
was
need
just
more.
saying some really profound stuff.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he know.
Advertising.
Maybe
Wait,
he's watching. He'll know who you're talking
Gatsby?
about.
Nah, shout out Ronald Reagan with more cohesion. No funny shit, bro.
Yo, who are you talking about? Saying profound stuff? Gemini Gabe? No.
he got on that joint. He was talking about. I apologize. I'm not apologizing.
Oh, the young boy, the young boy.
yeah.
No foe?
No foe. Shout out no foe.
That's not what I was expecting. He said.
No.
That's funny.
Nah, he was fired.
Nah,
He was
yeah. Shout out no
dead
foe. No,
He never came back though. Like, should have came to the next one.
That's
the
true.
second one.
Yeah, true. But hopefully we'll see him again.
Like, what's the vibe of the music? What's the genre-ish? Motion?
It's right now. It's still real high energy, but it's always lyrical. Always keep the bars in there. Feel me?
Facts.
Expect the unexpected.
High energy bars. I'm trying to like do a little different, like say like trap, kind of like a slowed Future kind of vibe.
Oh yeah.
Been working on some shit like that, but like other than that, high energy
This man got
bars.
some amazing songs.
Yo, I can't wait to listen.
We could play some.
And on my,
Bitch, I ball like McGrady. That shit got you crazy.
Feel me?
That shit.
You heard Shooting Star?
Yeah.
It's my new shit.
Nigga,
Shooting
that
Star.
Shooting
I'm in
Star
that video.
out now, all platforms.
That shit
Yo,
out now.
I
all
edit,
platforms.
me and Will and Mark, we edit all these videos so we hear everything that you guys perform
Word.
like a lot of times. Yeah. And like we catch shit that we didn't catch live in the
Yeah.
action. It's fun to do.
Oh, I have a question for you guys.
Hell yeah.
When the next competition does come up, right? What are some pointers that you can give?
It's a good question.
Because there's always room for improvement, and I'm always open to hearing constructive criticism.
That's a great point. Yeah, no fumbles.
Okay.
Like if you fumble up, like when Josh fumbled, that was like a technical fumble though. That wasn't like his fault.
Yeah,
But like when he
Shout out
fumbled, he
Josh.
made it work. If
Shout
he
out
didn't go
Josh.
against you in the first round, that man would be through, I think.
Yeah.
Like he had a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
He was fire that
Yeah,
night.
you really the villain for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
End that shit.
Yeah.
Bad man.
End that shit.
Quest just
man.
came up there and just
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
Everybody.
Nah, shout out to Josh. Shout out to Josh. He
But
killed
like
it.
I
He
think
killed it.
like fumbling and then like if you get in your head about the fumble, like
Yeah.
that's like an out.
Yeah.
I think like just be confident up there and make it work towards your favor. And I think stage presence and like taking the crowd over, engaging with the crowd, like
Yes, sir.
I love to do that.
articulating your words. I noticed that was the thing that the judges said. I'm not a judge, by the way.
Okay.
I'm never a judge. I step back during that shit.
That shit, too much pressure.
Yeah.
Just a viewer, just
I'm
listening
just
to
there,
music.
yeah.
No,
Word.
yeah.
Mark has judged before. What would you say?
For me, it's more like if you can make it through, like I think do your best song first, or like something that you know.
Dude, I agree with that.
It's funny because
I
like,
try to tell
I was trying to
everybody
like
that.
do like
Bring
a
your A
slow
game off the
build.
bat.
No.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
Bring your come off. the
Bring
game,
your
yeah.
A game
Yeah.
all
Bring your
the
A game off the
time.
bat, and then like that energy will make you have even more of an A game on the next round. You know?
Then you can fucking
Because you
play
don't want to build
around.
it up. You might not get the chance to build up.
That's what I'm saying. If you just get
Exactly.
shot down.
Off the
And
bat.
then
Exactly.
versatility is important, at least for me. Like, so if you come out the gate like, strong and you
Guns
you
blazing.
switch it up,
Yeah.
where it's equally dope with like
Yeah.
a different vibe.
Yeah.
Then at least for me, like I'm gonna be like, I give someone more points.
And that's artistry.
Yeah,
Because
because I want to see the
Exactly.
full range of an artist.
Right.
yes.
Because a lot of times people do one fire song and we're like captivated. Then they do the next song, it's the same vibe. It's the
Yeah.
same artist. So it's just like another version of it. So you-
Also, like it
They be
doesn't matter.
sounding
It
the
doesn't
same.
matter what the fuck we think and are judging for you to get through to
Yeah,
the
nah.
next round of a open mic at Goodstock. Like,
Yeah.
do your own fucking shit.
Yeah.
Fuck
No,
us.
absolutely.
But
as an
to answer
artist-
your question,
Yeah.
that's I guess some of the
As
Yeah.
an artist,
for
you
sure.
need that though.
Yeah.
You need to hear that
For
shit.
sure.
I need to hear that shit.
Yeah, because like I think for me, I personally like to. I'm a energy. I can feel. I think I'm a little hyper aware sometimes. Too much. I'm like too in tuned to like people's energies and shit, and it's a blessing and a curse. Like I could like feel someone's energy off the second I meet them, type shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they bring, so I could also feel that when they're performing on stage. Like if they got like a glow to them
Mhm.
and like they're captivating the audience, like
Right.
you could feel that. There's an
Shout
aura,
out.
you know?
Shout out Mickey D.
Yeah, yo, yeah, the fucking aura.
really
Shout out Mickey D.
Yeah.
The illest.
Yo, I got a question, a little personal for you, Quest. Not too personal, but is Quest like, you're kind of like, you seem like low key and reserved.
Mm.
Like, are you like that? Like behind closed doors and shit too, like with your friends, or like?
No, don't lie to this.
Nah.
Yo, my nigga is a wild boy.
Yeah.
He's a wild
I knew it. That's why I asked the question. That's why I asked the question.
He
Like,
be talking.
Yeah, we out here. We outside.
He just don't.
if we in the club, he's in the Congo line going crazy. Wild boy.
It really depends on the vibe.
I see my
noticed
nigga.
that.
I see my nigga on the ceiling one time. I was like, yo, bro.
on the chandelier swinging
up,
like,
bro?
oh,
Bro.
shit, crazy.
As long as the party
different
match
type of
that
time.
energy, he'll be at that energy, bro.
Yeah, I just fuck with whatever vibe.
Nah, I can
Yeah,
see that. I
like-
feel like there's some deeper layers to like all you guys, like that, you know, like an onion. Like you peel the layers. There's some deeper
No.
layers to you guys.
Yeah. I say more for me musically. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to say, as I said before, is expect the unexpected. Like whatever you think I'm gonna do, you'll be surprised every time. You know what I mean? Because people have this. They put me in this. Like rapping conscious kind of box, and it's not that. You know what I mean? It's everything. And that's also what Jorgii Wonder represents too.
You guys work with Schemes, right?
Shout out Chris Schemes.
Schemes is the boy. He's fucking
Shout
talented,
out
yo.
the motherfucking gold.
Shout out
OD.
him.
That
Chris
dude
Schemes.
is good.
Yeah, for real,
Yeah.
for real.
Get your shit mixed up real nice in like
OD.
30 minutes, like for real. Shout out Chris Schemes.
Yeah. So yeah, is that big for you? Like having a connection with like an engineer, producer?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah, you need that.
To have
Yeah.
one guy you can rely on, it's not, you don't got to worry if he's going to mess the mix
I've
up
had
or nothing.
a couple
He
incidents
wants you to
where,
sound good.
you know,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah, he's
you
involved
want
with
somebody
you
that
guys.
cares about
Sure.
yourself, like for real.
You had a few incidents with what?
Oh, I say a couple incidents, but like where I've gone to a studio and been completely unsatisfied. Like I go there, and it's barely like a connection. It feels transactional off the
Yeah.
rip, and they don't say nothing during the whole studio
Dude,
session.
that's one of the main reasons why I opened like this place up was I was going to studios and like I was getting some similar things. Like the engineer would just be on their phone and like
yeah.
I'd be like, yo, but how should I do it? Like, do you think I should do it this way? And they'd just be like, yeah, just
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, come on, help me out.
No, for real.
Like, like be involved with me. So that's what I'm trying to do here is like I push it to Mark. Mark is
yeah.
like locked in on that. Like we push it to all the engineers and producers here. We are trying to be in that session with you and fully engaged.
yeah.
And like if you don't fuck with the way it's sounding, let us bring it to life.
Yeah.
Tell us how we could make it better. We'll make it better.
Right.
You know?
I got to get up with you guys.
Yeah, tap in with us.
days.
That's what I go through with like my boy Microwave, because like without him, bro, like I wouldn't have like the music that I have, because like I can like hear sounds in my head and I'll tell him and describe it like a Chinese flute. And how I'm describing it, he'll fucking be on the producing keys. And
You
just
sound like me. I used to
like
walk in
on that shit,
Mark
bro.
will tell you too. I walk into sessions, I'm like, yo, the vibe, I want it to sound like we're like running through a jungle.
Yes.
And there's like flamingos chasing me.
It's the
And
idea.
then like the birds are coming out, and then I float up into the sky and transcend into the sky. Like that's how I explain shit
But I
to the
picture
producer.
that shit.
And I'm like, yo, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
You're picking the vibe up.
Yes. It's exactly that, bro.
So I completely understand what you're saying. There's a language barrier between
Mhm.
engineer, producer,
Yeah.
and us. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
whatever we are.
Yeah.
So just bridging that gap.
So
Yes.
and shout out to all the engineer producers that bridge that gap. Like,
Yeah.
Shout out to bridging that gap, man.
Because that bringing it to life. I've told Chris Schemes that many times. Like, yo, you really brought that shit to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I thought it sounded good. Like when I'm reading it in my notes, but hearing that shit and like hearing some shit that
Mastered.
yo, bro, it's
Full blast. Like,
Chef kiss.
Hell yeah.
Hip hop media is like Shade Room now, and
some world star hip hop type of shit.
it's like it once used to mean like art to me. Like I used to look at like Kanye West documentary stuff and shit like that when he was doing Life of Pablo and stuff like that. That was like, I feel like the last cusps of what the industry entailed, of like us artists being inspired from like what's so far-fetched from us doing that. It was really like a moment where it was like that was that time, and they had the money for everything, and us artists are independent. We don't necessarily have those
Doing it
productions.
with our hard-earned money is
so
different. That's
it's
the
so
type of
much
shit though.
different.
that's gonna make the character like even stronger when you actually do make it. Like it's that you did it, like with your hard-earned money from shit that you're working.
It's 100% yours because you spend it's 100% your money. You feel me?
Even if so, bro, like any one of us could have been signed, bro. We wouldn't have met. You know what I'm saying? Just based off like the agenda they would have had. You know, like once you're a signed artist, you know, there's things that you have to do, and you know, it's all entailed for the label. You know, they have plans for you. Yeah, that's what it is.
Going back to the question you asked me, what advice would I give somebody?
Yeah,
right. Everything has its time and place. You know what I mean? And just keep the faith as well.
Keep the faith.
No matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Find that right opportunity, that right time, and execute.
But don't like beat yourself up because it hasn't happened yet. You know? Don't. I would say looking back, I'm glad I didn't make it like when I like wanted to. Like, you know what I mean? Like
everything you've done has led you to where you are.
I learned so much now on my own, so I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So before we log off for these motherfuckers, what is one last thing you want to leave the people with? Whether you want to plug anything you got coming up, or
a song,
just advice, anything you want to tell them, whatever you want to tell the viewers.
Yo, go stream that new Shooting Star on all platforms. We got a bunch of new music coming out. Keep up on that.
Mayday coming.
Feel me?
Mayday coming. Go stream Turn. Go stream Tuscan, Yorkshire. I got a lot of releases out, man. I got a lot of releases.
Expect the motherfucking unexpected.
Expect the unexpected.
Bad Company, NYC.
I'm on the way.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Swank Patrone, Jorgii, No, or Wonder. I think it's No now. This man knows all.
No, wait, Jorgii Wonder.
Jorgii Wonder.
Yes, sir.
Jorgii Wonder.
Yes, sir.
And QUESS in the building. Mayor Mark behind the sticks. Will behind the camera. Thank you guys for coming through, yo. It was a pleasure.
Good stock. It
was a pleasure chopping it up with you guys. Swank, it was a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Fucking good vibes all around. You guys are dope. Keep doing your thing. You got the formula. Do the work. Because no one's going to do it for you. That's it. That's Facts to the Max.
That's our unofficial group name. Facts to the Max.
Facts to the Max.
You heard it here live.
Thank you for watching the Goodstock Show.
Swank Patrone. Goodstock Show.